And welcome to an episode of Games Tasker. It's been a while since we've managed to do one, but we are back and we're going to do a lovely episode, one that we've all been talking about and we've talked about since we've started this, is a Master System versus the NES.
Big up. Big up. The original consoles for me. Now, I've never got into any of that Amstrad bollocks or Commodore or anything like that. I'm always a console guy.
See, I was an Atari 2600 guy and the Commodore. That's what I had.
Boys, let's call it end of the podcast now. NES wins. Done.
Nah, I disagree.
100%.
You see, that's interesting because I'm a bother. I like both. I love both.
Yeah, but there's a reason, and we come to today before we get into it, that Nintendo have not had to do as much as the likes of Xbox and PlayStation. They've set out a franchise of games that's going to last the test of time, mate.
Yeah,
look at the Switch 2. It's no different, but everyone will buy it.
Yeah, before we get too deep in, we're going to talk about it, but for my first comments on this episode, I would suggest that Nintendo probably have the better back catalogue of games, but the Master System, I think the graphics on the Master System were a hell of a lot better.
No, you're wrong. The Nintendo does not have the best backlog.
Yeah, but if I talk about the games I played, I thought the games on the Nintendo were better for me.
Then the thing is, what you're going to find with this, and I thought this was quite interesting, is that you're going to find that the Master System has a hell of a lot of games compared to the Nintendo. However, the Nintendo actually has a lot of good games.
They have the best franchised games.
Yeah. So it's quite interesting. So I'm undecided still. Robbo's NES and Brent's Master System. So that's good. That's a good start. Because we always need one of each. So
what does me head in though? One of my favorite ever games is on the NES, which we'll talk about later on in the episode. I should imagine.
Yes,
but
we will.
From my first comments, like I say, I just thought the Master System games look better on the screen
and sounds better. Do you think?
I think the Master System had a better graphics card anyway, didn't it? Even though they were both 8-bit consoles, I'm pretty sure that the Master System had a little bit extra. From what research I've done, that it was a more powerful console out of the two.
I think what people seem to forget is NES was for all ages, where Master System was more for the older kids. And that's probably why I prefer the NES, because I'm a bit younger than you guys.
Yeah, I can get on board with that.
Yeah, I mean,
the games were more family friendly on the NES.
Yeah, there were some hard games on the NES though. But some hard games on the Master System as well. To be fair,
this is why I'm not talking much because I'm undecided still. So
I'm just going to say 3 games that probably just cemented the legacy: Super Mario Bros., Metroid, Castlevania.
Well,
Chase HQ, Alex Kidd in Miracle World, Land of Illusion, Mickey Mouse.
Is this
Chase HQ was a fucking banging game.
And let's be honest, everybody loved the game of Duck Hunt. Bosh!
DuckTales on it.
No, Duck Hunt, we're gone.
The gun.
You see, I loved Psycho Fox on the Master System. One of the best games. It's fantastic on the Master System. And then also as well, Sonic 1. I think it was 1 or 2. I'm not sure. But it's got this level. And I've got this. The only reason I love this game, it wasn't the best. But I mean, this one, the Sonics on the Master System were more like adventure games that, like Sonic 1 and Mega Drive, where like you'll run and you collect the coins and you speed and you just get into the end and you're getting everything. But with Sonic on the Master System, it was more exploring, which a lot of people don't realise. It's weird. It's a bit of a different game. So Sonic, I don't know which one it was though, and it's bugging me because I don't know which one it was. I'm sure it was Sonic 1 on the Master System. I'm sure it was because I always play this, even on my stream. I always have that's my title music because it's one of the best music out there. And Ken Sadin. Did anyone play Ken Sadin? It was
I
like
heard that one.
it's a samurai, and it's like a side-scrolling samurai, and it's like Shinobi, but it was just the graphics were so good, and I was shit at it. Like I was so bad at it, I never got.
I think that was the problem with that game. Them games though, you never got right far because you'd have 3 hits and you were dead.
Yeah,
All right.
and even as an adult, and you don't get a save option on your Master System or the NES. You don't get save options. So, well, you did a Mario 3, I think.
The frustration was real.
I think. I'm not sure because I've only played. I don't know. I can't remember if it was on the NES or is it on the.
There were no saving. There were no saving on NES. I think the first time you could save anything would have been Super Nintendo.
So,
because you saved it on cartridges, didn't you?
Yeah, you did. So I'm going to go through the top list up. Right, these are the top grossing games of the NES. Right, and you're going to see, and this is top 20. So you're going to see. And I don't, after this list, this is why I was thinking about it. After this list, I don't really know any more games. Right. Seriously. So number 20 was ice hockey. Remember the ice hockey on the Nintendo, the NES?
Could have a very good fight in it, race.
It was really good. Really, really good. 1988 with 2.4 million copies. Super Mario The Lost Levels. Metroid came in at 2.73 million sold copies. Metroid, one of the greatest games in history. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! 1987, 3 million. What a game. I still play that game. I mean, when my missus was giving birth, I was just playing Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Like, because it's just wicked. And I got, like, yeah, I've nearly finished it. And
it's still solid.
It's still solid. It's learning. But now I've realised it. But as a kid, I didn't realise. I was just dodging and weaving and hoping for the best. I didn't realise that they actually had techniques and they actually had, things that, like they've got their own routine. They've got their own checks. So I didn't know that. As a kid, so now as an adult,
I'm learning the sequence to that game.
Yeah,
That's what the hard thing was.
So it's like now I know that I keep punching him. I punch his guy in the stomach. He drops his trousers. As soon as he drops his trousers, you go pop, 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 pop. Yeah, exactly. So the next one, stadium events, track and meet. So track and field basically for the NES.
Original track and field.
I never played this. Dragon Warrior 4. Never played this.
Where was Dragon Warrior 1, 2, and 3?
I don't know. That's what I mean. I've never played. I don't think I've ever played any of them. Baseball was It was really good on the NES. I spent hours with baseball. Kung Fu. I don't know anyone play Kung Fu.
Good game.
Kung Fu, very good
game. Still good. And in the arcade, it was wicked. Dragon Warrior 3. Never heard of it.
There it is.
One of the hardest games ever in history. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Great game.
Frustrating game, but amazing.
Oh my god, what a game! The music is my ringtone. Because I still love that game. Absolutely amazing. Golf, which surprisingly on the NES was fantastic because we didn't really have a good golf game. That did quite well, but that sold 4 million copies. It's going to get silly in a minute. So, Excite Bike. Remember that?
Yeah.
Good little game. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, sold 4.3 million copies. Yeah. Not bad. Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
Puzzle game.
That was good. It was good.
Just a rip off of Tetris, wasn't it?
Surprisingly, Tetris isn't the number one selling game, which I thought it was. It's the number one selling game on the Game Boy, but not on the Nintendo. So that sold 5.5 million copies.
Nice.
So we're in the top 5. So lads, top 5 Nintendo games. What do you think is the top 5?
Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Super Mario Brothers 3. And 1. Other than that, Double Dragon 2.
Good game, actually. Good game.
Double Dragon, good. Castlevania will be in there. It's got to be.
Mario's got to be in there, hasn't he? Mario 1 and 3, I'd say.
Yeah, you think?
Mario 1 and 300%.
Duck Hunt.
All right, we'll go for it. So, Zelda. Legend of Zelda, the first one. 1986, 6.51. That come in at number 5.
Awesome.
What a game. Like, what a game. Still good to this day. And the remake on the Switch is brilliant. Really, really good. Super Mario Bros. 2. Probably the worst game to me on the Nintendo.
One. I don't like
it. But it was just the franchise people followed, so they bought it.
Yeah, it originally was a different game. It was actually there's actually a game if you can find it everywhere. It's a rip-off, and it's literally Mario paid for the rights to this game and said, "Can we use it for Mario 2?" So yeah, complete
Oh,
rip-off.
right.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers 3 to me the best game on the NES, which is 17.2 million.
Great story line on that game. Brilliant.
Oh, it's wicked. It's still good. You were streaming it as well, weren't you, Rabbi?
Yeah, man. I love that game.
So 2 games left. Duck Hunt number 2.
Yes, the Zapper.
1984 with 28.3 million, and then number 1 was obviously Super Mario Brothers, the first one, 40 million.24.
Awesome game.
Brilliant game. Still good. And you finished that as well, didn't you, Robbo, on your stream?
Yes.
So,
Finally.
For that one.
That's a tough game to complete.
So this is my top 5 NES games.
Yeah. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, but not
Not
you're
yet.
saying all right.
Not yet. We're not doing top yet.
shit.
We're not doing the top ones yet. Then we'll go to the top grossing Master System games quite quickly. So I'm just going to do the top 10 just because it's yeah. So Mickey's Castle of Illusion, Ghouls and Ghosts. I don't know why that's
Hardest one.
It's a great game, but yeah. The Vanishing Omen. Never heard of it. Rastan. I never heard of it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, you have.
That's
It's an arcade.
Oh,
Rastan
yeah.
was.
There's that the Barbarian.
Yeah, it's in the arcade, mate. Yeah,
Yes, I remember Rastan. Shinobi.
great game.
Fantastic. Double Dragon.
Great game.
Golden Axe Warrior.
Great
Yeah.
game.
Yep. So then the top 5 Master System games. Always, and should always be there. Alex Kidd in Miracle World.
Bosh.
Easy.
Fucking amazing. I played that on stream.
Fantastic game. Fantastic. I smashed it on my stream. I did it in one day. Loved it. Phantasy Star. You ever play that?
Game.
Really, really good game. Long game as well. Like, yeah, great game. Fantastic. Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap.
Oh, wrong one.
What? Yeah, but the Wonder
Wrong
Boy,
one.
any of the Wonder Boy franchises are fantastic.
Monster World by far is the best one.
Monster World was brilliant. Music, the gameplay, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and then Sonic the Hedgehog 1. So, yeah, they're the top
Can't
guys.
say against them.
So, going by what they are, do you guys agree with that list? Do you think it's not an agree list? It's
The games that have stood the test of time, we play them now. So
yeah.
they're amazing.
I think what it was for us. I mean, obviously,
Missed one off,
Robert.
though. You missed Echo the Dolphin.
That's Mega Drive. Oh, it was on
On
Master System. It was on Master System.
That on Master System.
It was on the Master System.
I think what people have got to remember.
Yeah.
The best for us three. I mean, we're not the same as everyone, but like we spoke about in other episodes, is I never had many games for both. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, money back then, it was a different life on it. So, I mean, I can remember my Master System. I only ever owned 4 games for it. So all these games that you're listing off, even though you might have seen them in the Argos catalogue, other shops are available. You might not have never got them because it wasn't as easy as getting 16 out of 20 in your spelling test and going anyone buying you a game because you got 16 out of 20. You got one for your birthday, one for Christmas.
I was about to say, yeah, that was the era when we were growing up. You only got 2 games a year, in theory.
Yeah.
And if you picked wrong, that were it for a year.
Yeah, unless you're Nan or something as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Oh, it's so sad. Oh, I really need a Mega Drive. It'll get me over to my grandma's death.
But that's so. You listed all these games off, and it's probably games that we probably have got the luxury of being able to emulate now and stuff. But when you talk about best games, like Robbo said there, you might get the shittest game that ever released on the Master System, and it's your favourite game because you played it for 12 months solid.
That's right.
See, at the minute now, looking at the best games for me as a neutral, I would say the Master System had the better games.
Well, you're wrong.
I would say the Master System, going by that list.
Still wrong.
The Master System had the better. So, I mean, we go through games. Brad, do you still believe that the Master System has the better games? Just from that list.
Yeah, I think the Master System was a better console out of 2. I stand by that.
Well, we'll see.
That's why you're both from Derby.
We'll see.
Talk about games. I don't know because
we'll see.
I don't know.
Don't worry. We'll get into it.
I'm not knocking Master System. They had a lot of great games, but
so Robbo,
if you go up to anybody now and you went onto 100 people on the street and said, "What were your we aren't saying console? What were your favorite 5 games as a kid?" They would say more NES games than Master System.
Because
I don't think you'll get any. I think people would reel off Super Nintendo games or Mega Drive games, to be honest with you.
But this is Master System NES. So, Robbo, you still saying Nintendo?
All day.
Okay, so we'll go into graphics now. So, for me, as a neutral, the Master System had way better graphics. Way better graphics. It was brighter. It was more cartoony. You know what I mean? You look at the games again, like
I beg to differ.
Like Wonder Boy.
NES were more cartoony.
If you look at,
it were known for being a lot more cartoony.
If you look at, I mean, this is how I compare it. If you look at, we'll just say Psycho Fox, and then you compare that to Super Mario 3, which they both came out around the same time, the graphics are more, for me, Psycho Fox had way better graphics. Well, did it? Yes, it did. I don't know. I hate this episode.
I think the Master System had the better. It was more powerful anyway.
I'd agree that it did have it was a more powerful console, but for me, if you're going to put both in a room, I would go and play on the NES, and that means to me it's a better console.
or did it have the better list of games?
I grew up on them games. They were more for my age. We're used to a bit older. Maybe that's why you're more Master System. I don't know.
I mean, what was the release dates of each one? I mean, was Nintendo released in 82, 83 or something? The NES?
I think it was 83.
Yeah, so I'm sticking with Master System. I think the games look better. I mean, I did have both consoles. Well, my sister had the Master System, I had the Nintendo. Played both. I think the Master System looked better.
For me as well, the thing about the Master System, the games all look very generic. They were just the case, and they had the white etching backgrounds, didn't they, on them?
Yeah.
Look like boxed backgrounds.
The game cases?
Yeah.
Yeah, the game. Oh yes, if you was going to do that, the NES had the best game cases. Yeah, I hated the Master System cases. I thought they were proper shit. I hated that. Yeah, that X background was horrible. Just fucking horrible. I agree with you, Robbo, on that one. I hate the game cases.
It didn't draw you to them like it did in a NES game, did it?
No. And at the time, I was a NES player. I mean, I played the NES more. I don't know if I did or not. I don't know. It's confusing. I'll jump from both computers. So for me, that's
you got to admit that the Sega hard cases were better than that cardboard stuff the NES came in.
No, but the cartoony effect of just looking at the cartridge. You just look at it and you could see the amazing graphics on the cartridge. I don't know. I love the Master System. I love the NES, but what do you say?
So I'm gonna do a bit of a game. So before we go into anything else, so we're gonna do. This is so again. I'm just trying to change your mind. I'm neutral, so I'm trying to figure out. So I'm gonna do the top 20. This is voted ranked games for the NES and the Master System, right? I'm gonna put the top 20s together, and then we're gonna do a versus. So the top 2020. This is so it's on the same site. And it's the same thing that people have voted. This is all people's voted. We're going to put versus. So the top 20 top 20 NES versus the top 20 Master System, and you guys are going to decide, and I'm going to add it all up in a nutshell. So we will have California Games for the Master System at number 20, or Mega Man 4 for the NES.
Mate,
this is
I've done this. Field versus Mega Man.
Mate, I've gone through this, and I was sitting there going, "Fuck, this is gonna be tough." So yeah, I'll tell you what I did at the end. Anyway.
Track and field versus Mega Man.
No, it's not track and field. It's California Games. It's the skateboarding, BMXing.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. The gaming. Yeah. I mean, the games.
Hacky sack. I mean, how good was hacky sack? I still play hacky sack, and I'm one of the best in the world. Trust me. I love hacky sack.
Kicking it up.
Mate, honestly. And when the timer went out, I used to sit there. My mates go, Liam, get the fuck off this game now. And I'm like, boom, boom, no, whatever, boom, hit that seagull, boom, boom.
Right, do you know, I don't want to sound like, oh, he's just said that because he likes Master System more. But even though Mega Man 4 was mint game and it's you can still play that today. But for fun, I'm going to go California Games.
I'm going for it because you can play it with your mates.
California Games, yeah?
Yeah,
I went California Games as well. As fun as Mega Man is, there's 3 of us. California Games was out there. I even had the poster on my wall of California Games. And I still think that woman holding that frisbee in that bikini is fit as fuck. Trust me. So, right, next one. Are you ready? So, number 19, Guardian Legends on the NES. Or Ghouls and Ghosts on the Master System.
Oh, they should have just done Ghouls and Ghosts on both. That.
So which one?
See, you've done me again.
Guardian Legends was all right. I mean, it was I don't know if it was before or after Zelda, so it was the same style as Zelda. But it was deep and it was good, and it was a deep game, and it was really, really good. However, Ghouls and Ghosts is still a game that we play as a drinking game, and we still play to this day. And I sit there and I can't wait for my daughter to grow up and go, look, play this. If you beat this, you can have a PlayStation 8 or whatever's coming out next.
For me,
and you still can't beat it.
And she still won't beat it.
Even though I'm going to go Ghouls and Ghosts because that's the one I'm most familiar with out of the 2. So I can't give it the other one. So Ghouls and Ghosts for me on that one.
Ghouls and Ghosts, Robbo.
I love Ghouls and Ghosts, but it's hard. It's harder on Nintendo.
That's what we're doing.
It's got to be Ghouls and Ghosts.
Ghouls and Ghosts again. Weird. Okay. Number 18, Contra versus Fantasy Zone. So Master System.
Oh my god!
I love both, but Contra will wait better. Contra straight away.
I'm with Robbo.
No, Fantasy Zone was fucking brilliant.
I found it
Zone
hard.
2 was better.
It was better on the Mega Drive. I would give it that. But it was a top game. But I did go.
I enjoyed Contra though.
Contra's fantastic. You just can't beat it. So yeah, we've got Contra. Perfect. Next one, going all the way down to number 17. Operation Wolf on the Master System. Mate, you guys have got Ninja Gaiden 2.
Oh my god!
It's fucking horrible, isn't it?
Ninja Gaiden 2 all day long.
Operation Wolf for me.
Oh, mate. It's tough, isn't it? It's
Operation Wolf, and only because I used to love playing it in arcades as well.
Okay, so you told me. So you.
Who didn't want to be a ninja? Come on.
Yeah, but who didn't want to fire an Uzi?
I'm unsure. I don't know because Operation Wolf was brilliant, and it was like when you saw Operation Wolf for the first time, brilliant. But like Robbo said, Ninja Gaiden being a ninja. But it's not Ninja Gaiden 1, so I'm going to go with Operation Wolf as I'm the neutral. But yeah, that was tough. So another one. So the next Master System one goes to Phantasy Star 16. Jesus Christ. And number 16 for the NES was Batman. For the Nintendo.
Batman all day long. Everyone wants to be Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
It was a good game, to be fair. Very good game.
I would have got Phantasy Star. Straight up. But Batman wins. Next one, number 15.
When you said
Batman was good because it was like, but it was it was good. It was really good. But Phantasy Star, it depends. Depends how nerdy you were. I was nerdy.
I became a nerd last year.
Yeah, exactly.
I only became a nerd 6 months ago because of Liam, but that's a whole other podcast.
That is. So Master System, a game I've never played before. Golvelius, Valley of Doom, or Castlevania.
Yes!
Crack on.
I mean, that would just beat any game, in my opinion. So
hard games.
Solid.
Very
Absolutely solid. Oh fuck me! This is brilliant. Okay, and I do apologise, guys, for swearing, but this is. I had loads of fun doing this. This one out the whole list was my hardest to decide. Afterburner on the Master System. What a
awesome
game! Or
game.
DuckTales.
Oh no!
So the the top voted games are DuckTales and Afterburner. And how good is Afterburner? Like, I remember seeing Afterburner. Oh, God. Because it was the same era Top Gun was out as well. And you're like, fucking, that's as close as you're going to get to Top Gun.
That's it.
Well, can we have a tie round or not?
No ties. We've got to decide.
I'm going for DuckTales.
DuckTales was fucking good.
Do you know what? I have to, just because of the way it sounded and stuff and the fun. I have to go DuckTales as well. And I'm gutted.
DuckTales it is. All right, number.
What score are we on?
I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you at number 10 to see how close we are. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to tell you right at the end. This was a great game on my system, but I'm not sure you boys would have played it, or either of them actually. So, Dragon Warrior 3 on the NES, because I never heard of them, or Vampire Master of Darkness on the Master System, and that was a fucking great game. That was Master System. So, Vampire Master of Darkness was their Castlevania for the Sega, basically. In a nutshell.
I'm going to be completely honest on this podcast, and I've not played or heard of either.
Okay, Robbo?
I've played Vampire. I haven't played the other one.
My
brother had it.
So
I played this Master System one, and it's not a bad game. I'm sure you were like running through like a castle with a sword. If I remember,
I tell you what, then, do you like this both of you? Do you like either like the Castlevania style or the Zelda style? Which one have you?
Zelda style, posh.
Castlevania.
Fuck's sake. Right, okay. I'll pick Vampire one just because I love that game. Oh, fucking hell. Again, I'm swearing. I do apologise. But Tetris, number 12, versus the Lucky Dime Caper starring Donald Duck. So
a very good game, Donald Duck. It's one. Even though I hate Tetris, so it's easy.
Donald Duck was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we spent hours on Tetris, though.
I was going to say, how many hours did you spend on Tetris?
I mean, you could still play Tetris now. You know, if you was in a car on the move, and you could still play Tetris. I don't know.
I'd rather stare out window than play Tetris.
I'm gonna go Tetris.
I'm going for yours.
Interesting. I'm hating this neutral thing.
I'm not saying for 1 minute that Donald Duck isn't a mint game, but
it is a mint game.
I've spent hours and hours on Tetris, so I'm gonna have to go Tetris.
I'll be honest, I had more fun playing Donald Duck.
Yeah.
I did. It was.
What are you saying for? That's for your side.
Yeah, I had more
I know,
fun.
yeah.
I love Tetris. I love Tetris, but Donald Duck definitely had the better game. It was the better game. For
Donald
me,
Duck. I'll save my Donald Duck version for another game we'll talk about probably in the future. And you all know what game we're thinking about.
The next console.
Here we go. Number 11, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Manhattan Project. So that's the side-scrolling fighting one. So we don't get confused. Or Space Harrier on the Master System.
Oh, easy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Do you think?
Space Harrier was mint.
Space Harrier was fucking incredible.
Hate it.
What a game. It was solid, but it looked beautiful. I mean, you had that massive gun, and you just literally floated around. That gun, you just fucking like manhandled it and just shot at everything. Oh, man. And it was it's Space Harrier 3D. Oh, mate.
I know there's going to be another Turtles vote soon, so I'm going to go Space Harrier on this one.
I'm with Turtles all day long.
I'm going to go Space Harrier, I'm afraid.
You are a proper Larry, you are.
Mate, I love it. I'm neutral. This one's
not neutral.
This one I've never played, so Dragon Warrior number 10 is Asterix. Or Dragon Warrior.
Amazing game on Master System, Asterix.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No brainer. That would have been, no matter what that went up against, Asterix would have won. So
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Picking up them big rocks and launching them.
Yeah. It was just wicked, wasn't it? It was just so good. A real tough one now, lads. Land of Illusion, Mickey Mouse on the Master System, or Castlevania 3.
Castlevania.
I'm going to have to go Land of Illusion.
Fuck's sake.
It's not the best one. It's not the best one, though, is it? Land of Illusion.
It is for me, though.
It's not as good as Castle of Illusion, is it?
No, but out of these two games, Land of Illusion is the better game for me.
I thought Castle of Illusion and Land of Illusion were the same.
No.
Someone Google that because I thought it was the same. Let me have a look. Illusion Master System, because maybe I've never played Land of Illusion.
You definitely have.
Master System. It is a different game.
Is it
And you have, and you have played it.
Have I? Okay.
Yeah, 100% you would have.
Interesting. So I've got to go neutral, haven't I? I'm gonna go with Castlevania. I know Castlevania like the back of my hand. I know the game.
I can understand that it would win on if you did a Robbo thing and asked 100 people, our survey said Castlevania.
Yeah.
The thing that made Land of Illusion good is you fought Donald Duck in the final fight. He was the king.
Okay, I didn't know that. But I'm going to jump on that. I don't think I've played it. Weirdly.
Play it. You have played it.
Oh, okay.
You definitely would have played it.
So, number 8, Sonic Chaos. Great game. Versus Kirby's Adventures.
Oh, thank God. Kirby all day long. I was in trouble there, I thought.
This is a tough one. It is really, really tough.
That big pink ball wins.
Well, Brad.
I've never played a Kirby game.
You get to eat everything as Kirby. It's
Ever.
amazing.
I've never played any Kirby game ever. Never appealed to me. So
You'd love him. He could eat a kebab in about 4 seconds.
it's my brother.
My brother. So you go with Sonic because you've not played Kirby, yeah?
Yeah, I have to, mate. Yeah.
So I'm just all day long on Kirby. Like, all day long. It's a great game. There's a reason why there's so many of them.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, there's a reason. So
It might be big pink and look not your thing, but he's brilliant.
Right, this is it. I'm getting excited now. This is where it gets fucked. Right. This is fan vote. This is fan vote. So anybody who's actually, this is voted by fans. So they did a massive survey of the people's greatest games. Number 7 on the Master System, Road Rash.
Oh, that's probably best racing game ever.
Versus Super Mario, the first one.
Mario's won.
Yeah, no brainer. But Road Rash was great. Road Rash was.
When you got Taser off Copper.
Oh, it's so good. Telling you, this is hard now. Punch Out. Mike Tyson's Punch Out versus Alex Kidd.
Alex Kidd.
Which Alex Kidd?
Miracle
Original
World.
one.
Miracle World.
Yeah, Alex Kidd all day.
Go in it. I would have said Punch Out. I would have said Punch Out.
Yeah, there's just music how it started.
Rock, paper, scissors. It was the most.
Jankin.
It was the thing you wanted. It was the most friendly fight ever. Rock, paper, scissors.
You always seem to lose and rock would land on your head.
Alright, so here we go. So number 5, Dr. Mario versus Ken Saden.
Ken Saden all day long.
Yeah, I'd say Ken Saden. I thought Dr. Mario was just a rip of Tetris, to be honest.
They could rip it off it with their own game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken Saden would smash it. He would easily smash it.
All day long.
Yeah, brilliant game. Still really, really good as well. The music's brilliant.
I think I might need to start streaming some old Master System and NES games.
You should. Number 4, Golden Axe Warrior on a Master System versus Mega Man 3.
It's a good versus that one, to be fair.
Yeah, because Golden Axe Warrior was just phenomenal.
Yeah, but so was Mega Man 3.
I know.
Who didn't want to be Mega Man? Let's be honest.
Who didn't? I mean, I love the Mega Mans, and I think they're only good on the Nintendo. I don't like anything else after the Nintendo. All of them on the Nintendo, the Mega Mans are perfect. Anything after the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo ones are all right, but the NES ones were perfect.
NES ones are brilliant, yeah.
I'm going to go against the grain here, and I'm going to rate for Mega Man.
Mega Man 2.
Are you as well, Robbo?
Yeah, gotta be. Mega Man. Brilliant game.
Number 3, The Legend of Zelda versus Fantasy Zone 2.
Zelda all day long. I can't go against it.
Zelda all day long. Yeah, Brad, do you agree?
I agree.
He agrees. Right, number 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 versus Mega Man 2.
Oh my God!
Mega Man 2 was
It had
probably
my
the
favourite
best
level on
out
number
of all
2
of
on
them.
Sonic 2, where you're in casino and you could go through and keep gambling on. It was amazing.
Yeah, but Mega
Sonic
Man
2
2
for
is
me.
probably the best Mega Man. Well.
It is the best Mega Man.
Yeah,
It was the first one, but they mastered it, and then the third
yeah.
one just got a bit silly, but it was good. But the two,
Mega Man 2 was awesome.
it's the same as Sonic 2, wasn't it? Like Sonic 2 was perfect in
Sonic
every
2
way.
was perfect,
Yeah, they didn't need to change anything after Sonic 2. It's a real tough one.
And you could play 2-player on Sonic 2 and race each other through the levels.
It was just wicked. It was everything about it was just the graphics, the music, it was perfect.
I'm gonna go with the Blue Hedgehog, man.
Oh,
It's a tough one, but
I'm going to give it to the Blue Hedgehog.
The Hedgehog. Okay, so the last one. I hate this. I'm hoping you guys don't answer for me. Super Mario Brothers 3 or Psycho Fox? Psycho Fox was fucking outstanding.
Yeah, but Super Mario 3, test of time for me.
It's still tested. But Psycho Fox had everything.
I've just put this into perspective now. If somebody was stood in front of me now and they said, right, you can play Psycho Fox or Mario 3, which are you going to get the most fun out of? I'm going to have to give it to the fucking grey console again, aren't I?
Are you, Rob? Are you on a Nintendo?
Gotta be. It's probably the best game ever made. Is that a big call?
Yeah, massive call.
Okay, I would have gone Psycho Fox. I would have all day long gone Psycho Fox. All day long. Mario 3 was fantastic. And Robbo, no, you're totally right to say that Mario 3 is probably one of the greatest games ever invented. Ever. But Psycho Fox had... I don't know what it is about that game, but it just draws me to it. The music, the gameplay, just everything about it was just, for me, played beautifully.
It's very familiar to the Mario games, though, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
so like the platform kind of game. It's Psycho Fox.
It was just
not far away.
It wasn't as fast paced and it wasn't as hectic, but it was just right. Everything about Psycho Fox to me was for me, it's my favourite game on the Master System, and it's top ranked on everything you see, and it never ever got to me. It never got that oomph that it should have. And
recognition, because it probably the game that looked the best on the Master System as well. To be honest,
it did, yeah. And the music was fucking... I don't know what it was. I don't know why or whatever, but...
It could have been probably better if they'd carried it on and made more.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So, on that, the results are 10 out of 10.
You're joking.
No. It was equal. Fuck.
Just put it right. So to settle this argument, which had the better controller?
Oh yeah, that is it. I tell you what, I have got three. Two more questions, and then yeah. So I know I've got three more questions. So what are we on now? Hold on. How long have we got left in this episode? Okay, so the first one is joypads. So we can go straight to that because Brad's brought it up. So to me, it was the Master System.
I would say the Master System, because you used to be able to put that little joystick in the D-pad.
But actually, I'm going to go with the NES.
Oh, you can't do that.
Because, no, I remember, I loved the Master System because you could move it around and it wasn't as, like, stuck in like it was the NES. However, that thing used to break all the time. And you never used to do when you're on the Master System, you used to hold back. Sometimes if you had, like, a little bit of a diagonal, it wouldn't hold back. But with the NES, I could, and I had more control over it. So I am going to say the NES.
I thought the NES controller looked. I thought the NES controller looked cool as well.
I think
compared to the Master System.
Yeah, I agree.
It looked cooler.
It looked sharp, didn't it? Literally.
Yeah.
Grey, black, and red. It was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah. Robbo, what do you think?
NES.
So we're going all NES, yeah. So the NES wins that one. So style and look of the console.
Ooh. I did like the way the NES. You put your games in. It looked better than just plonking them in top.
I agree.
I prefer the Master System, but not the fold-up.
Which one?
Not two. The Master System. So the Master System was that nice little square retro. It looked like that bike that every kid had, that lizard bike that had like a radar on the handlebars. Can you remember? And he said, and you're down the fucking street. The the Master System, sorry, looked retro and it looked cyberspace and it looked like when you put it in your bedroom, it looked smart. The NES looked like just a block that it was just a grey block with a door.
I didn't think about that. I was thinking about the Master System 2 where you open up the top and push the cartridge in. But yeah, if I think about the Master System 1, you had the 2 buttons on the top, didn't you? The power on and the reset.
Yeah.
It was black and red, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the big red block.
That red little square on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going Master System 1.
I'm going Master System 1. Robbo?
Think about it.
The Master System, it was not better than the Master System 2.
It looked cool with that red little square on top.
The Master System 2 didn't look good at all. That
with
that little door.
Yeah, that looks shit. No.
It was so clunky though, wasn't it? Yeah. Remember the Master System 2 was so clunky.
Saying that, which Nintendo we're talking about? Because now this did two. So we had the UK version, well, the European version, which was the grey blocks, but then there was the original NES, which was purple.
Now but it wasn't called the net.
It wasn't. No. What was it called? Oh,
Famicom.
The Famicom. That's it.
Famicom.
Yeah. So the Famicom looked pretty damn cool back in the day.
I'm still going with Master System,
but it wasn't what we had in our era. I would, if we had the normal that Famicom, I would say that's better than the Master System. But we didn't have that. We had the big grey block with the door. I hated that door.
I love the door.
I used to get my mate, get the game out, slam it on their fingers.
I remember I had a knackered one. I used to put 4 or 5 2Ps on top of each of them to push the game down that little bit more. Rob them in, wedge it in.
It's quite smart though.
I remember my sister, she put custard cream in the Nintendo. You couldn't do that on the Master System. Custard cream. Right, so the best memory. Give me your best memory of your console.
I think I mentioned it on maybe a Lads of the Past kind of episode when Christmas I asked for the Master System, but I ended up with a Nintendo. And then my sister, for some reason, who never asked for a console, ended up with a Master System. So the memory was that I had both consoles, and I was lucky enough. I think Liam mentioned it that my mum and dad fucked up and didn't know who to give the present to. So basically, I just ended up with both for a bit. Bearing in mind that I only had 3 games for the NES and 2 games for the Master System, but it was still kind of cool for that little era where I could enjoy both for a bit. And that's why when we talk our top 5 games on each one in a minute, you'll see why. But yeah, that was a cool memory to be able to delve and play both consoles at the same time, kind of thing. That was wicked.
Yeah, definitely. And Robert, what's yours? I mean, just before,
mine's quite a petty one, to be fair. My favourite one is I would always play a 2 because my brother was older than me, so he used to just take control, and I waited. It pissed me off. He wouldn't let me play Super Mario Bros. And I waited till he were on final boss, and I turned it off in front of him. You were livid, mate.
I remember I played Zelda. It was in the summer holidays, and I completed Zelda. And I nearly completed Zelda, and it was on the Goldbergs as well. And it came up on a series. I was like, "Oh my god, that happened to me." And I went, and I used to leave my Nintendo on all the time, so you could do you know what I mean? I just left it on. So if I was playing Sonic, I would, or something that didn't need a timer, I would leave it on, and I'll go to sleep next day, and I'll come up and go, right, I got this far, so you couldn't save it. I just used to leave it on, and I left it on, and my brother fucking completed it. He finished the game for me. You dick, you absolute dick.
Walking out victorious, your brother.
And it reminded me of it. It was on Goldberg's. Like, my brother did that to me on Zelda. What a dick move. It is. So what we're going to do, this is the final part now. So we've got a lot of, so we're currently equal. So what we're going to do, as I'm neutral, and you guys are one's Nintendo, one's Master System, which worked out perfectly. Brent, you're going to say one game, and Robbo, you've got to say a game that can beat it, and then vice versa, and we're going to do it 5 times. Okay? So, Brent, you give me one game. Robbo, you give me a game that you think is better, and I'll decide who the winner is.
Right, I'm gonna start with a Master System game. These are games that I actually owned and played.
You're only Master System games, Brent. I only want Master System games.
Right, okay. These are the Master System games that I actually owned at home.
Okay.
And played. First one is Slapshot, which was a hockey game.
Great game.
Punch Out beats it.
Punch Out does beat it.
Bosh! I had Punch Out, so I'm having it.
Yeah, that's fine. Brent,
So
that's fine.
I'm saying Master System, Robbo saying Nintendo.
Yeah. Now, Robbo, you say
and then in the next round, I'm doing my Nintendo against his Master System.
No, so Robbo, you say now.
Go now and you try and beat it.
Yeah, so Robbo, say your game. What you've got for number 4?
Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda number 4. Brent, out of your list, what could beat it?
I'm going to say it. I have to say it. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Liam, you've got to judge it.
No,
I did. I preferred Castlevania to Zelda. Always have done.
Sorry, Zelda wins, man. It's a tough game to quite. It's a tough game.
I've already said it on an episode of Games Task where we reviewed Zelda games, and I said I'm not a massive Zelda fan. So
no, you're not. You're not. It's weird because you're the first person that hasn't really played them, which is strange.
I love Zelda.
All of them, brilliant. I've not played the new ones, but I've got my reasons. Robbo, Brad, sorry, pick a game.
Chase HQ on the Master System.
Oh,
DuckTales.
Oh, Chase HQ wins that piece of piss. Sorry, Chase HQ was phenomenal.
DuckTales are amazing. Scrooge McDuck.
Chase HQ was like the first GTA, wasn't it?
Yeah, I never played it, so I don't know.
It's a car chasing game, but you're police. Like, you just chased criminals in cars.
Mint.
It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. In the arcade, it was fantastic. Go on then, Robbo, your game.
Super Mario Bros.
Oh, what could Brown beat you with that? You've only got 2 games left, Brad.
I had Super Mario Brothers in my list, so I need to put it up against something. Alex Kidd in Miracle World.
Fuck's sake.
Ooh, shots fired.
I don't know. I don't know which is better. Robbo, what would you say is better?
Both games.
Brad, what would you say is better?
From a personal point of view, Alex the Kid in Miracle World, I spent more time on it.
Yeah. But
look, I'm not going to be offended, mate.
I'm not. I'm genuinely trying to do this as even as I can because I want a genuine answer from it all. Go on, Robbo, what do you think?
I love both games. I think they're both worthy of a point.
I do. But then if we do that, then we're going into a tiebreak. I'm going to say Alex Kidd. I'm going to, because he had Janken, and it had the motorbikes, and the helicopter. And
Does that make it 2-2 then? It's all on this.
It's 2-2, yeah, so this next game. So what are your top? What was your top game of the Master System, Brent? What was your top game?
It was Alex the Kid, so can I give you my top game of the NES?
Yeah. Oh, no. Go on.
Always has been, always will be, Paperboy.
What was your top game, Robbo?
Mega Man 2 all day long.
What if you could say, Robbo, what was your favourite Master System game? Top Master System game.
Sonic Chaos is up there. Alex Kidd in Miracle World's up there. There's loads, isn't there?
What's your top? What's your ultimate top game?
I didn't do a list for that one, but if I'm going off top of my head now, and I've got to give it because I played it to death, it'd be Asterix.
Oh, you sick bastard! Sorry, the Master System wins, guys, because Asterix beats Paperboy. Easy.
I'm just giving it away.
I mean, to be fair, Alex the Kid in Miracle World was my number 1 game. Asterix was my number 2 game for Master System.
Asterix was amazing, mate.
Yeah, like
that wasn't fair because he took it away from me. I'd have won that with Mega Man 2.
I think what we've come to the conclusion is that they're both equally brilliant in their own way, and the games are completely different to what the games on the Nintendo are different to what they are on the Master System. They're 2 completely different styles, and they're just 2. I don't think you should be comparing these 2. I think that's my conclusion. I mean, you can compare the Mega Drive and the SNES, but the Master System and the Nintendo, I don't think you can. I mean,
I think people from our age, Liam, like 42, 43, Robbo, late 30s, they were our first consoles, so you've got a love for them, haven't you? It's
Both.
probably what introduced me into gaming. So I wasn't really like I said at the start, I wasn't like an Atari guy or a Commodore guy or Spectrum, like anything like that. It was my first ever console was the Master System 1. And then, but I did get a NES, so it's just a love, I think.
I don't think back then it was like it is now, where you either Xbox or PlayStation. There's a big divide. I think back then you were just happy what you got because, let's be honest, if you got bought a console for Christmas or your birthday, you were doing good.
Yeah, buzzing.
Because not everybody had a console when we were kids. Now in my house, I've got 3 PlayStation 5s, PC, 18 Switches. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Because like we used to sit round, all of us, I would sit round one console. The whole family would sit round and watch one person play and take it in turns. We never had one each, where one kid was in one room and another kid was in another, and we were sat down on ours. It wasn't like that. You just had one where we all sat down. Right. And I think with that, with the era that we're from and the era that this is, I want you guys, do you agree that this is a tie for the first time we've done these? This is the
I think from Games Tasker point of view, from us three, that we can put it down as a tie, but I'd love nothing more than the people who watch this podcast on YouTube or see a post of it on Facebook or whatever. Let us know. Let's get a vote out. Let's get a vote out there.
Yeah, I can't decide.
In fact, I don't want to know what console you preferred. I want to know your top games, and we can work out from there. I want to know if you were going to go into an arcade now and either play any game. I just want to know what it was.
Yeah, and what a great way to end the episode. 2 great consoles giving us great memories with some great games and what a fantastic episode. Thank you very much, guys. And join us more on Games Tasker. But that was our Master System versus NES. Brilliant episode, absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much, guys, and we will see you on the next one, which is going to be what, Brent? PlayStation versus Xbox.
Original Xbox.
Let's do that.
PlayStation 1 versus the original Xbox. That's our next
PlayStation 1 wins.
I'm saying now.
I'm Xbox all day long. All day long.
You're not invited to the episode.
So you two PlayStation?
100%.
Oh, I could beat your asses. Right, okay.
Duke Nukem Time to Kill.
Halo.
Halo.
Fable. Mate. Xbox.
Let's save it. Let's save it, mate.
Wins, man. Right, okay. Next episode. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Speak to you all soon.
Be seeing you. And it's...